Hey y'all, I'm back with a Creative Memories haul, and I'm also going to demonstrate some of the tools, or at least try to. I just got a couple things in the mail, so I'm going to share with you the items that I got, and then I'm going to show you how some of the tools work that I received. So the first thing I'll do actually is go through let's go through the embellishments first, and then I'm going to share with you the album and then the tools last so that I can show you how the tools work. Okay, I got another Happy Album kit. This is one of the ones that I hadn't received before, and so this is kit 12. And if you haven't seen my other haul video, you can certainly check that out. I have a lot more kits to share in that one. But here again, it comes with a couple pieces of pattern paper. So there's that side, and then there's this side. This is the side that I really liked though. And then here's another couple of pattern papers, and this has kind of a tone-on-tone pattern. And then there's that side. Ooh, and I really love this. These are some of my favorite like fall colors. I think I've mentioned this before, but I absolutely love this kind of salmon-y color with the navy in the fall is probably one of my favorite combinations. And then a mustard color to go with that. Oh my gosh. And so also comes with a piece of pattern, or not pattern paper, cardstock, and then also some embellishments. So that's kit 12. And again, if you didn't see my other haul video, these Happy Album kits are supposed to be used for the Happy Album itself. So the papers fit right on top, you can see here, and then you can just add your photo and your embellishments and you're good to go. I'm going to share with you this album here in just a second because I just purchased that, or Beth just sent me that. Next up are these Happy Album embellishments. So these are designer stickers, and they are just made to go with the Happy Album kits. And again, I'm obsessed with these colors for the fall. I think these are perfect. It'll be kind of hard to wait to use them, but I do think that these would be perfect for like a fall album, just because I love these subtle colors and are a little bit more muted, I guess. And so these have a lot of circular elements, which I love for like DIY embellishments, and then just some like words and phrases, and then some floral and flourish type stickers there. Hope you guys saw all those. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside. And then these are Happy Album embellishments. So I have, let me share the words first. I'm gonna set these aside and I'll share the words. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so we've got Happy, and these are pretty thick. Those are really nice quality. Happy, create, love, adventure, life, memories, story, so you can say our story. And then we've got, well, hello. Oh, these are double-sided. Wow, okay. Then we've got like a little cloud, a little arrow, and there's the other side. I'm gonna just quickly go through these. My happy, here's what happened, and then pieces of life, and the other side has kind of a blank label. Here's some more little labels here with an arrow, and then of course you have a couple of numbers, or not couple, 3 numbers, and then this says life is good, and then there's the other side. So some of these have like a quote, and then the other side is blank, which I think is super helpful in the scrapbooking world, because there are a lot of times I don't use quotes. Okay, so these are some of my favorites. I love like blank tags. I love this one. This ticket is super cute. That's probably my favorite embellishment out of all of them. There's that. Let me move these up a little bit. And then this one, it says today was a good, I hope y'all can see this. Today was a good day because, and then this says the best part was, and then you got your little notebook punch here. Of course that's pre-punched for you if you don't have a notebook punch. And then another little label there. Let's see. Ticket, super cute. Tickets are some of my favorite embellishments. That one says so lucky. This one says obviously awesome, and then it has it's more of a banner shape, and then it has kind of a blank back. Another couple of tickets, which I'm in love with these. Those are super cute. And then another cloud with a pattern, but then you have like kind of your notebook grid pattern on that side. And then here's some longer embellishments. You can use those like across the page, which I think would be really fun to kind of layer those and maybe sew them. And then you have a couple of, I can't tell if these are paper or if they're chipboard. They're like a really thin chipboard. I don't know if y'all can see that. And then you have a little floral piece, which is really pretty. And then this is fun because I always love to do like little corner pieces on my layouts. And so this would be fun to kind of add a little like nice touch in the corners. Okay, so those are the embellishments. I showed you the stickers and the embellishments. I'm now going to share with you the album this is just another album, another happy album. I already have this one, and I've already done a couple pages in this one. So you can see here. So that's the album that I already have, and I mentioned in one of my videos that I wanted another one. I'm sorry if I keep saying purchased. I didn't purchase these things. These things were sent to me because I do some design work for Beth Ann Black, and I'll leave that information down below. Anyway, so this is the album that I got so that I could do some of my son's photos. I think it's more of a navy, not 100% sure. I can link it down below though. Okay, so here are the pages. And so we'll just go through these. Let's see. Let me move it up a little bit. There we go. I'll just go through these. Again, I will probably likely cover up the majority of the pages just because I like to add my own pattern. I do love this notebook page though. And some of them are nice. Like I really like, I'm not as big of a fan of these that already have kind of like those designs laid out, but I like the ones that are have like the more simple backgrounds. Okay, so that's the album. Again, you can add pages and take away pages. This is totally expandable, so you don't just have to stick with just the pages that are in here. You can totally add more as your album gets bigger. Okay, so next up I'm going to share with you, I will demonstrate this punch here in a minute, but this is it's called, I think it's their, goodness, what's it called? Their Floral like punch, and it makes a 6-inch like circular floral. But anyway, I like to think of it as like a doily, and so I'm going to share with you how that works here in just a second. I also got some of their tape runners, which I'll also share with you how that works in just a minute. And then I got their 12-inch trimmer, which here is I'm going to also go ahead and zoom this stuff out. Let's see, there we go. Okay, I also got their 12-inch trimmer, which is really nice. I've already tested that out, and I'll share with you here in a minute. And then I got their smaller trimmer, more for like photos and like travel. And then I got their precision point adhesive pen, and I'll share with you how that works here in just a minute. So I'm going to share with you the 12-inch trimmer first. So here's the the ruler. What am I saying? Here is the ruler. It goes all the way to 16. I keep saying 12-inch. It does 12-inch paper, but it goes all the way to 16 inches on that side. And then it goes to 12 down vertically. So horizontally it goes to 16, vertically it goes to 12. It clicks in place, so when you open it at the arm or this piece, the trimmer part, this is the arm, this is the trimmer, it doesn't fly around. So you can click it and then pull it open, and then it just shuts right in place. So just when you open it, you can open it like that. Also, I'm going to zoom in so you can see how this works here. Or I'll just pick it up and show you. There is an arrow, a little point there that shows you where it's going to be cutting, where it's going to be slicing. Also know that this trimmer comes with a bunch of different trimmer cuts. Okay, so it actually doesn't come with a bunch of different trimmer cuts. You can purchase additional blades to place in the trimmer, such as perforating, scallop, and much more. And I'm going to show you 3 pieces of pattern paper. I'm going to see how well it cuts these. It should slice right through these without a problem at all. And I want to say, and let's just go here in the middle. So this is a 12-inch paper. I'm going to stop at 6 here, and I'm just going to slice it right down the middle, and I'm going to see if it slices it through. And it did. It sliced it 100% sliced through. So this is like probably one of the smoothest trimmers I've owned. So I'll go up. Man, and I think part of the mechanism, or what's nice about it, is there's not, like, especially if you have kids around, I don't think Yeah, so you have, oh, and it's rotary too. Goodness, I'm discovering all kinds of things about this. So this is a rotary cutter, so when you push it, you can kind of see that rotary blade. But what's nice about it is, like, if I can rub my hand across it and it's not gonna, there's no blade there, but if I push it down, then there's a blade. So you have to be super careful. But I think it's nice that the blade isn't just like, so I have a Fisker trimmer, which I love, but the blade just kind of sticks out. And so that's one nice thing about this Creative Memories trimmer. And that slices super nice and smoothly. So I highly recommend this already. And this is like my first time trying this out. And then I'll kind of share maybe an updated review on my Instagram or something at another time after I've had it for a while. So I actually used to have a trimmer like this, and it was a long time ago, and I liked it, and I honestly cannot remember what happened to it, but I used to use it for photos. And so I'm gonna actually trim this photo. I'm just gonna see how nice it does. I think what you have to do though is you have to make sure this arm is down. So you just kind of want to place and you want to just slice right down the middle. So, or whatever you're slicing. So I'm going to see if it does some really nice, like if I want to get just a little small piece or border off of this, I'm going to see if it bends it or if it actually trims it well. And I can tell already it trimmed it perfectly. So I love this as well. I'm also just going to kind of demonstrate again. I'm just going to like, so watch this. If I don't hold this down, it's not going to get a good, it still trimmed it perfectly, but it actually like is now a little bit lopsided. So I'm just going to hold this down and get the rest. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense for y'all. But just make sure you hold this little plastic piece down, because that's kind of what keeps it in place. What keeps the paper or the photo in place as you're trimming. So I'm going to trim on this side as well. And now I have my trimmed photo. Okay, so this is super nice as well. It doesn't have, I don't think it has any sort of like protection. So you do just have to, wait just a second. Does it? Now I'm confused. I guess where it meets this other blade is how it cuts. But yeah, you just have to be careful with this blade right there. Also, it has a little storage pocket / drawer. So that's kind of neat as well. So especially if you're going to like crops and stuff, this is a great tool to take with you. Okay, let's demonstrate this, because this is like super exciting. And please forgive me if I don't do this the right way, because this is my second time using this and the first time I did not. So I know you have to place this all up against the corner, but so the paper, you have to make sure that you can see it on this side, and then just make sure it's tight there, okay? And so you'll punch, pull it out, rotate, make sure that it's up against the corner. Of course, you might get better at it as you go, and so you may not have to like worry so much. And then also make sure that your little pieces are coming out, or else that'll kind of mess up the whole. I think that I've always heard about their punches being super high quality too, so I know this will probably last me forever. The other thing I thought of that would be fun is to make a little banner out of these cute little, I keep wanting to say doilies, but I think it's like a floral punch. Okay, so now that I've done 4 sides, you have to flip it over. I'm gonna make sure there's nothing stuck in there. I'm gonna put it all the way up against the corner again. Punch, get out what's in there. Punch, kind of remove what's in there again. Punch. This is probably one of the easiest punches I've ever owned, just because I think it's pretty foolproof. You don't have to worry about. So the only thing that I would say on this one, and it's probably something I did, was that it has a little piece right here that I can just, I don't know what that was, but basically it's probably something that maybe I didn't remove one of the pieces, or maybe one of the pieces were stuck. Either way, I think it works perfectly, and I think it'd be fun just to add a fun little element behind your photo, or you can make some fun little embellishments or like a banner, which I think would be fun. The next thing I'm going to share with you, I guess while I'm at it, I'll just use this photo. And this is a repositionable. I am getting one of the permanent refills soon in the mail, but this is repositionable. So I'm just going to kind of share with you how it works. So that went on pretty smooth. Let me just kind of zoom in here so I can show you. So this goes across pretty smooth. You can tell wherever you place it, it's gonna go. And then I am just gonna place it on this, and then what I'm gonna do is make sure that it's actually repositionable. And it is. It didn't even tear off the paper. So anyway, I think that worked out pretty well. Oh, whoa, that's super close. Okay, so I think that works pretty well, and I really like how smoothly that applies. And so I'm gonna clean off my desk, and then the last thing I'm gonna show you is just this precision point pen. So I think what you do is it has a little part here that you can, it's like a tube, and you can see the glue kind of moving around in there, and you can just press it and the glue comes out. So there it goes. So I guess you can kind of use the pen if you don't want like a ton. If there's already some on the pen, you just use the pen without pushing. But if you need like more, you can push the pen part, and it looks like it comes out. I'm like trying not to push too much. Okay, so let's see how good it sticks though. I think that's the, oh, it's already not moving around, so that's nice. So it's not something that you have to like worry about. Well, it did kind of move actually. Okay, let's put a couple little pieces here and let's see. So there is a little give, which I think is nice. But I think it's not so much give that like you have to wait for freaking ever for this to dry. So that's kind of nice. So let's test, let's kind of speed this up for a couple seconds, and then we'll go back to seeing how good this holds. And here I actually decided to go ahead and test it on paper as well, so you can see the difference. So what I have found is that it works great with paper. So this is not coming off, like it's tearing and it's curling. So that is, the whole back layer is stuck to this paper. So when I deliberately pulled it up, it came up, but as far as like it, like just coming off of the paper on its own, it's not going to. So it works great with paper. If you kind of, and I didn't put a ton of glue on these, so remember that, but if you kind of sort of pull this, so it's pretty stuck, but there's so much more give to the wood. So that could be a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing because sometimes you want to move things around. A bad thing because you want it to stick forever, but you just probably have to use a tiny bit more glue. So let's see what happens. And these are same thing. These are fairly stuck, but I also used more glue. So I'm going to use more glue on this one, and I'm just going to see how well that works. And on this, I used more glue here, so you'll see that it pulls up, but it does pull up some of that paper back on behind there. So part of it is just using the right amount of glue, and then some of it is, I think it just overall probably works better with paper on paper. But I'm gonna let this sit for about 2 minutes, and then I'll show you how that does with more glue. So it's been a couple minutes now, and I think it's this, so the wood on the paper definitely has to dry a little bit longer, so that came up fairly easily. But I can almost guarantee you if this was on for a little bit longer, it probably wouldn't. So paper dries in like a minute or two. Wood, or probably maybe a thicker, heavier embellishment, it's going to take a little bit longer. So that's kind of the demonstration on this precision point adhesive pen. I definitely like this. So there's that. Okay, so let me see. Is there anything else? I think that's it. Okay, so I'll leave all the information down below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.